welcome. Okay, here are 5 books that I'm going to share with you that are my son's absolute favorites. Dan the Taxi Man, written by Eric Odie, illustrated by Kent Collada, and this is one of his first books with us. And it goes like this. And here's Dan, beep beep, the taxi man, going to the show and picking up the band. Climb inside while you still can, with Dan, beep beep, the taxi man. This book will have your kids reciting and memorizing that rhyme in no time. So as you're reading, you're going to be reading and you're going to say, here's Dan, beep beep, the taxi man, going to the show and picking up the band. Climb inside while you still can, with Dan, beep beep, the taxi man. And then stop. So they'll be learning that word. Here comes Maureen with her tambourine. Shake a crash, shake a crash. And here's Maureen with her tambourine. And here's Dan, beep beep, the taxi man, going to the show and picking up the band. Climb inside while you still can, with Dan, beep beep, the taxi man. This is a really nice book for your kids who are learning to read and learning about rhymes. Rhyming words is a very important skill to have when you're learning to read. The other book I like is Fizz. Meet Fizz, the daring dog detective. This little dog, he doesn't want to just be any old dog. He wants to try out for the police squad. There's 4 books in one. Leslie Gibbs, she's a wonderful author and a very enticing author who will entertain your kids throughout the whole book. It's a very, very skinny book for your new readers who don't want to be daunted by a thick book like this one. So instead of giving them this book, give them this book and let them ease into chapter books slowly and comfortably. Fizz wants to be a police dog. He's brave, clever, and super fast, but Fizz doesn't look like a police dog. His family are show dogs and companion dogs, not working dogs. Fizz longs for adventure, and he's determined to try out at the Sunnyvale City Police Station. There, he is the smallest, fluffiest dog in the lineup, and he meets Fierce Amadeus, who definitely wants to be the top dog. Collect all 4 of these awesome Fizz adventures, and I guarantee you're not going to regret it. Only $4.99. The next book that is a delight is At the Garage. Let's shine a light on literacy and give your kids some entertainment. What happens at a garage? Shine a light behind the page and see for yourself. From towing a broken down car and spray painting a motorcycle to changing a tractor tire and fixing the engine of a truck, each page turn will take you behind the scenes of a busy day at the garage. This book is a really nice book. My son's grandfather used to be a mechanic. Now he's a retired mechanic and 98 years old. But this book, check this out. So shine a light behind the page. Ask the question, who has arrived to help? And let's see if you can tell. Can you tell who has arrived? Okay, wait. You can't shine a light behind the page, and I don't have a flashlight currently at my disposal, but this is what you should see. You should see a shadow of a tow truck. Very engaging book. The illustrations are gorgeous. Okay, over here, take a look inside. Tell me what you see. And you should see a motorhome is a home on wheels. It has a kitchen and a bathroom and a place to sleep. Interactive books should really engage your kids and inspire them to want to read more. Nibbles, the book-eating monster. Emma Gurlitt, she's a wonderful author. She has more Nibble books in my bookstore for your kids to read if they're enticed by Nibbles. This Nibble monster is on his way out of his own book, nibbles his way out of his own book, and causes mischief and mayhem in other people's stories. Watch out, because this little guy has just escaped through the pages of a book. Hello, where's Nibbles? Nibbles, are you there? Oh my goodness, Nibbles. Anyways, Nibbles, he jumps into Goldilocks' book and scares the BJs out of her and eats her porridge and gets her in trouble. Here she is, in trouble with the bears. That Nibbles, he gets into Little Red Riding Hood's story. And luckily though, this story, he becomes Little Red Riding Hood, scares the BJs out of the werewolf, and becomes a hero. So Grandma's all happy right there. So this story, he was kind of, actually, he did a good thing, but still, he made the little wolf a chicken fluff. Anyway, a delightful book that your kids are going to just love to read. This other book requires you to jump into the pages alongside Ludwig, the sea dog. Ludwig lives in a world of books. One day, he receives a postcard. His friend Peter is trapped under the sea and needs Ludwig's help. But how can a dog who lives in flat pages visit the real ocean? Maybe it was a little fairy tale magic. Well, like your 3D glasses. So here it is. Jump into the page with me and let's see what Ludwig is all about. Here it is. Tune your TV screen so that you can see the page pop out. Here is Ludwig. Oh, here is Ludwig joining his friend. There you go. A delightful and one of my favorite books to read with my son. I guarantee your kids are going to love this one too. Because, I mean, how many books are in 3D? Seriously. You can't go wrong with a 3D book. The next book is our first chapter book we ever read. And this book engaged me as much as it did my son. So if you want to read aloud a book that's not going to put you to sleep, you gotta get the Extreme Adventures. Oh, and now Bear Grylls is here. You're going to love those. Anyways, suddenly I was back in the blurry green undersea world, and the shark was there too, coming straight at me fast. Sam Fox is on vacation at the Great Barrier Reef when he and a young Japanese tourist are swept off a coral shelf by a freak wave. Before they know it, a strong current has pushed them out into the open water. First, Sam must fight to keep himself and his new friend from drowning. Then, as night falls over the inky black ocean, the underwater predators start to move in. This is an action-packed roller coaster ride that will have you moving up and down and excited to turn the page. Shark Bait is a thrilling extreme adventure, yet can't go wrong with books that entice your kids to want to read more with every page. At least I got enticed. Anyways, favorite book series. Gotta get it. Especially for those kids who are reluctant readers. They're gonna love that book. The next book I want to share with you is Usborne's Illustrated Originals. Gotta get them because they're a limited offer. For a limited offer, you get these gorgeous book of Alice Adventure in Wonderland. This special edition of Lewis Carroll's timeless classic, complete and unabridged, is beautifully illustrated by Frank Barreño. Follow Alice's adventure as she disappears down a rabbit hole and meets a cast of cautious characters, including a white rabbit, a maid hatter, and a grimy Cheshire cat. I always ruin that name. But don't go down the rabbit hole and find books that just don't make your kids get into the language of English. Seriously, this is a timeless classic, and everyone should have Alice in Wonderland. Seriously. I love this book. We read this over the summer, and the illustrations are truly delightful. If it's anybody to do perfect illustrations, it's Usborne. Look at those beautiful colors. Let's see if I can find. Here is another one. Remember the Mad Hatter? Oh, look at it. Look at her face. She's kind of mad. Here. Oh, look. And she meets the queen. Look at her face. Okay. That's all, folks. I hope you enjoyed my little book adventure for the week. Thank you very much.